Hello, hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, how are you today? How is everyone doing? I hope that you all are doing well. The birds are crowing and just making a lot of noise. I don't know what's happening, but all of a sudden they just started crowing. I don't know what's up. But anyway, I am so glad to be here with you today, and thank you so much for coming in and joining me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. I'm feeling good. Why? Because of the joy of this month. Yes, the joy of July. July has a lot of joy in it. And it is a month in which we are diligent and working and doing all kinds of things. But yet, this month, we can start to harvest some of the fruits and vegetables and things that we have been working on. So you get to start to taste the fruit of your labor, and that makes you want to continue to go on and keep working your garden. Do you feel the same way that I do? I hope so. Let me put on my glasses so that I can see who's here. But oh, hey, Sonia's in the house today. Hey, Sonia, how are you? So good that you can make it. Deborah's here. Good afternoon. And Yami's here. Yes, Deborah, you're first for today. You're first on. Yami's here too. Also, I see that some people were waiting for me as well. That is really good. And I'm glad to see you all. Come on. Hey, Bev. Good evening, Miss Catherine and Chet. You're doing great. Good. Yeah, we were talking about you last week. We missed you. Someone came on, I think it was from California, and we thought about you. We said, oh, yeah, Sonia was in California. She's not there anymore. But we were talking about the fact that here on, hey, Broke Farmer, how are you? Yeah, you've been popping up a lot in my on my reel and my YouTube, and so I've been able to actually hit and connect and see all of the good things that you're doing. And then also Supreme has been coming on too. I've been watching a lot of his videos and just getting a lot of inspiration. Yeah, it's just hot. That is the truth. It is hot. You know, I'm so used to coming out here and being with you all bundled up with my, heavy jackets and layers and everything. And now, look at me, short sleeve. You know, I just trying to stay as cool as possible. Yes. So it's so good to be with you all today. And I am just thinking about the joy of July, the joy of July. And Broke Farmer, you inspired my question of the day, which is what have you harvesting? What are you harvesting? Because I saw your harvest, yes, of your tomatoes and your zucchinis and all of your squash, summer squash, and things that you're doing. And I thought about that. I said, oh, wow, that's right. People in zones 8 and zone 7, they are really already harvesting. They're getting tomatoes and peppers and things like that. And here am I, broke to rich farmer. Yes, I know. I called him Blessed Farmer. Blessed Farmer, because his on his channel, he was showing off all of his wonderful harvests. I said, "Ooh, from broke farmer to blessing farmer." Oh yes, he's a blessed farmer, with all that good veggies, and you're looking good there. Yes. And so yeah, so I started thinking about, well, what have I been harvesting? What am I getting out of my garden? And when I stopped and thought about it, I said, okay, he's very blessed. Yes, he is, Sonia. I said, okay, I have been harvesting my blueberries. I have this little blueberry bush in the middle of my kitchen garden area. It's in a blue pot that I had for the last 2 or 3 years now. And now it's producing blueberries. And every time I'd go out into the garden in the morning, and I've been working the garden early in the morning, I just love to go out in the morning. And I would go into that area to get some tea leaves. That's the other thing I've been harvesting. I've been harvesting my mint, my tea leaves, and so forth. It's been so good. And I have been harvesting blueberries. And the blueberries are so tasty. It has just been wonderful. I gathered up a handful for myself, and then I said, I can't be selfish about this. I need to gather some for my husband too. So I picked the biggest ones because I wanted to surprise him. I wanted him to taste what a blueberry tastes like, a homegrown blueberry tastes like. And he says, wow, where did you get that from? He put the first one in his mouth and he chewed it and he says, wow, this is fantastic. He says, where did you get these from? And I said, I got it from the garden. And he ate the rest of it and said, oh, this is good. I said, yes. So I'm going to the next time, because usually the blueberry plants go on sale at the end of the season because they're trying to get rid of stuff. So I'm gonna next time I go to the garden center, we have a local garden center here too, that sell blueberry. They sell blueberry plants also, and I'm going to get a couple of them to add to the one that we have, so that we can eat blueberries. It was so delicious. And the other thing that I have been harvesting has been my teas. You know, I have the lemon balm and the peppermint tea. I've been really enjoying the teas, and every morning I'd go out, and as I've walked through the garden, I have been, I would gather my tea and bring it back in and boil myself a fresh cup of green tea from mint tea. And it has been really good. I even use that water, the mint tea, because I would put it in the kettle and let it brew and boil up and brew, and then I'll let it sit for a little while. And then I love coffee. I just have a spoonful of coffee, instant coffee mix. I like the international coffee. So what I would do is I put in a spoonful of that and then pour in the fresh mint tea, and it would just taste so delicious. It just adds a new flavor, a richness to the coffee taste. And it's just really good. It's my own concoction. But I love it. I've been enjoying harvesting and drinking the tea. And then sometimes I would let the kettle cool, and then I put it into a pitcher and put the tea in the refrigerator and let it freeze. You know, let it get cold. And later on in the day, I would drink it as iced tea. Yes, mint iced tea, and that has been delicious too. What are some of the things that you have been harvesting? Put it in the chat so we can celebrate your successes. And yes, Deborah, blueberries from the garden taste much better than store-bought. Yes, Gardens Army, you are so right. Do you have a blueberry patch? I assume you have blueberries as well. And what else have you all been harvesting? Put it in the chat. Deborah, I know you've been working hard at harvesting and gathering things there in your Zone 8 garden. And what else is going on with you all? Yes, come on, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Don't let me be talking to myself here. uh, Come on, put it in the chat. Anyway, yes, Deborah, you were talking about the heat. Yeah, it is hot. We are in the 80s here. I know for some of you that is not hot enough. That some of you are in the 90s. Yes, tomatoes. Broke Farmer says tomatoes, zucchini, squash, cucumbers, eggplant, Swiss charge. Yes, Swiss. You know, I've always wanted to grow Swiss chard, but for some reason, um, when I seed it, it doesn't seem to come up as, I don't know, somehow it gets lost in the shuffle, the Swiss chard. But maybe I'll try that again. Um, You do. I do. Um, you do have other things that you're harvesting, Beverly? Put them in the chat. I just harvested my white potatoes. It was a small batch, but enough for 2 meals. Wow. That is so good, Deborah, because I let the time pass. And I didn't get my seed potatoes. And I didn't blueberries. Okay. Yeah, I know. I lost that train of thought, Beverly. I do. Blueberries. You love blueberries. Oh, you've been harvesting blueberries. Okay. That's great, says Sonia. Yes. That's great. Deborah, that's fantastic. This year, I just let the potato thing kind of slip by. I don't know why. But I didn't pick up those potato that I needed. Why, Ellis? Peaches and blueberries. I had the birds yesterday evening trying to chase me away. For the blueberries that I planted. Oh, why, Ellis? Oh, wow. That's cute. How are you? That's why every morning when I would go out there, I think the way that the way I plant and the way I garden, everything is crammed. I pack and cram everything really tight. So I don't think the birds get to see the blueberries. And then because I am picking them early in the morning, they haven't become alert to, for some reason, those blueberries, and I'm able. Yeah, so great to have you join me, Y. Ellis. Yeah, that I've been able to beat them to it. And I said, I am not going to let the birds beat me to my blueberries. Um, and that's why I decided I'm going to eat them right away. Deborah says, E. Ellis, that's funny. Yeah, that is hilarious. My potatoes, Deborah says, are from last year's crop, which were store bought. I've never bought seed potatoes. Oh yes, um, that is true. I could do it from store bought. For some reason, they kind of discourage you from doing it from store bought, but I never understood why. Because a potato is a potato, I would think. And I guess if you get organic potatoes, I think because sometimes they spray stuff on things. I don't know. But if your potatoes are organic, it can also be used, I believe, as a seed potato as well. At least that's what I read. Yeah, I'm successioning sowing more potatoes now. Wow. So it's not too late to plant potatoes, huh? Well, maybe I need to get with it and get some soil together and plant myself some potatoes. Yeah. I don't know. I'm doing so many things. I'm trying to get as many things done as possible because I just want to capture the season and the joy of it. It's just been so much fun. I have been spending these last couple of days in the garden for long hours, and it's because of the rain. We've been getting rain. Have you been getting rain? We've been getting rain here in the Boston area. It rained on 4th of July yesterday. It rained. It rained a little bit Monday. It rained on Tuesday. And it rained a little bit this morning. And so, excuse me, what I've been doing is getting out and weeding, weeding my different garden borders, and also changing things around because I don't necessarily like what I'm seeing. It's a lot. Everything is. The thing is this. Everything. Are you finding this that everything is just growing so fast? It's raining now just about every day for the last month. Yes, Rogue Farmer. And what it does, it causes everything to grow. And of course, the things that you want to grow are growing, but the weeds are growing also. And if you don't capture and pull those weeds um, before they get any bigger, they will take over your garden. So I'm out there because now they're big and you can see them. I am pulling weeds a lot, and a lot of rain and weeds, yes. And I have just been pulling weeds up and just Bev just doing that um, work, and then My garden is changing. I mean, the way it looked before is not how it looks now. And things, my summer perennials are kicking in, like the daylilies, and now the bee balm. And I planted some amaranth with bottle the the winter sowing seeds. Winter sowed some, excuse me, amaranth, and um, it was a lot, and I figured I'm just gonna put it in the ground. And when I put it in the ground, it was about this high. And I said, instead of trying to pluck out the extras or just keep the healthy ones, I'm going to just put them all in the ground. And when they start to grow in the ground, I will see which ones are the strongest and keep them, and then weed out the weaker ones, edit out the weaker ones. But and I provide, because I know that amaranth grows tall and that it needs a support. So I put a tomato cage, a colorful, those colorful tomato cages around it as a trellis to hold it up. And it grew up, and now it is at least 4 feet tall. And the others are coming out, and it's just looking so beautiful. And I thought that because there were so many amaranth plants there, that it would cause it to, you know, cause them to be only a certain height, a small. Not this one. I mean, it's like tall and beautiful, and so that has flowered, and now it's letting out its tresses, the seeds, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I've been taking pictures of it, and I go out to see it, and now it's getting more full and colorful. And so now that with my daylilies, the two colors, the combinations, I'm just in this color flow. I just am so happy. It makes me so happy to see it, and to see the plants coming, but then the weeds. I see some mighty weeds there that I've had to take my shears and just cut them back or pull them up. And vines. Do you all have any problems with vines? Um, um, Broke Farmer says it's raining now just about every day for the last month. A lot of rain and weeds. I don't know why I'm coughing. And I need water. That's the other thing. Have you all been staying hydrated? I think my skin has been loving it, the heat and me working hard. Because as soon as I start pulling weeds and lifting and carrying and so forth, I become drenched in sweat. I gotta call it like that, sweat. hmm And my pores, I said, woo, my skin must be loving this, because I'm just like drenched in sweat. Hey, retired gardener, how are you? Yes, it's a good thing to be able to retire and garden. I think the two go hand in hand. Morning glories and honeysuckle are in my garden. Okay, I have morning glory seedlings that I have to stay on top of. Yeah, I know that it's not morning glory, but it's like morning glory, bindweed. Oh my goodness, I have to pull bindweed. I had so much bindweed that I've been pulling and pulling and just trying to get a handle on that. That's something that wants to take over the beds. And then I have some other kind of vines that are on there. I don't know what it is, but they just seem to just, I don't know, they're so ridiculous that they just go and like wrap themselves around the tree, and they hide there. You don't really see it. And then when they get to a certain size, you start trying to pull them and cut them, and they're just so wrapped tight. It's ridiculous. But I have farmer, I have two apple trees that I've been trying to wait patiently to see if they will produce apples. I got the two trees at Lowe's, and it was like 4 years ago. and no sign of any kind of blossom or anything like that. But they're very pretty. They almost look espalier or look like apple trees that you can espaliate. You know what I'm saying? Put up and stretch out um, on a trellis or on a wall or something. And but they're very beautiful. And those bindweed, man, they love them. The vines just love them. I had to rescue them, and they're doing better. The other issue that I want to talk about is pests. Have you seen a lot of pests in your garden? Um, I get low and dry to cut the bindweeds at the root, and try. I get low and try. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I pull them. I've been pulling them. The only thing that I think really works very hard, but of course then that would be in the stink bugs. I don't have stink bugs. You got stink bugs? I don't know. I see these white little flies um, flying around. I don't know if they're eating up my. It seems like they go after or whatever bug that I have going on. They go after um, the fresh new growth. Like if you have fresh leaves, they love the fresh leaves. And I have a particular perennial plant that was there. And one day they were looking fine. The next thing I went back, I've never seen it before. They ate all of the tops of the flowers, of the plants, of the perennial. It's like a morning glory kind of plant. They ate all of it. All you could see were the stems. Every time I see it, I'm like amazed. Japanese beetles? Okay, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but they had a good dinner, and but just in that corner, they didn't touch some of the other plants. I looked to see if they touched the fruit trees and so forth. Nope, just that plant. Those plants there that I had in a nice perennial. They would have had nice yellow, beautiful yellow flowers that look almost like marigold. I think they call it marsh marigold plant. But not this year. I won't be having any of them this year because those bugs got to it first. But but with all of that, there's so many good things happening. All right, so what are you all harvesting? Come on, tell me some more of the things that you're harvesting. You have stink bugs, Deborah? Why, Ellison? My apple trees took about 6 years before I started getting fruit. The aphids have been the worst I've seen in years here in Virginia. Well, you know why, Ellis? That too. Aphids. Aphids. I used the dormant spray and I sprayed my plum trees. Because last year that happened. I sprayed the peach tree with dormant spray. And my plums, no good. Delphine? MD? I'm not even going to. Nayar Habimana, MD. El Delphine, how are you? Long time, Lady Catherine. Vibrant clothes, colors today. You look happy, dear. Fuchsia looks so good on you. Enjoy gardening. Thank you, Delphine. How are you doing? You like my bright colors? It's because I'm experiencing the joy of July. This is a joyful month. Why? Because you get to harvest some of the things that you have been working on. And there's so much. Thank you for getting me back on track on the joy, because I was talking about the pests. But as you can see, there's still so many good things happening in the garden that there's no way that I could let some pests make me feel bad. And I thank God for the birds, because I've seen the birds actually, the sparrows, they go into the trees and they've been eating whatever bugs are in the trees. And I also see ladybugs with the aphids. The ladybugs have been coming to the yard, and they have been the garden, and they have been also helping themselves to the aphids. But yes, my plums. While I was working on my apples, I noticed the plums had fallen off the tree. And I know at this time of the year too, we have the drop. Yes, dear, the joy of July, the joy of July, the joy of July, joy, 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 joy. Yes, it makes me sing. The um the aphids. Back to those aphids. Yeah. So I looked at my plum tree. Now both of the plums trees, they were so beautiful in the spring. They had many beautiful blossoms. It was just pretty as ever. I love the blossoms on the fruit trees. And I said, oh my, I'm going to have a lot of plums. And the plums did show up. But the aphids came and something was sucking out the fruit. And even though I gave it the dormant spray. So what I'm going to do this year is that in the fall, I'm going to spray it again with the dormant spray. And then I'm also going to spray it in January and spray it again. Three sprays, okay? Right, Broke Farmer? Do you spray your trees? Do you spray your trees? Hey, Pages, Slamming Sweets. Hello, all. How are you? Good to have you join us. Retired Gardener says, I've heard the bugs are worse this year. I've seen ladybugs, earwigs, and black beetles and wasps. I only harvest red potatoes and string beans. All my other vegetables are not ready. Well, that's good. You're starting to get a little of that harvest. Red potatoes and string beans. Good. Good, good, good. What about the rest of you all? Well, it's so funny. I get up early and go out to harvest and check on the garden. I run back in because of the heat and go back out a few hours later. I'm doing this many times a day. You're getting your steps in, huh, Deborah? You'll stay healthy. Yes, because you're getting your exercise as well as your fresh vegetables. And yes, that is good. That's good. That's so funny. Gardens of Me says, hi, Pages. Deborah says, I have cucumbers and watermelon sprouting, praying for a harvest. All right. Hi, Garden Rose, says Paige. Hi, Retired Gardener. Hi, Sonia. Yami says, and Paige is slamming sweets. Hey, Yami, says Retired Gardener. Red potatoes and string beans are growing together. Yummy, says Deborah. We're going to invite ourselves over your house for dinner, Deborah. We come into your house, Deborah, for dinner. Because that's the next thing. After harvesting and having all this food, what do you cook with them? How do you cook them? You know, how do you serve them? How do you preserve them? What's next? What's next after the harvest? That's for next week. I should ask that question next week, right? Because some of you would tell me, oh, I'm canning, I'm freezing, I'm stewing, I'm doing all kinds of things with these fruits and veggies. Yes, because you want to save some of this delicious taste for throughout the winter months, and also harvesting your herbs like your sage and your mints and your creating teas and things like that. Oh, is Broke Farmer still there? Broke Farmer, I wanted to show you. This is my watermelon. I sowed this watermelon seed with the others a couple of weeks back. Look at that. This is my watermelon. It hasn't gotten too far, but now that the days are getting warmer up here, up north, in the New England area, Boston area. That's my seedlings. You see that? We planted them together. I think I planted in this one with you all. Yeah. This is the sugar baby. The sugar baby seeds. Thank you. Yeah, it's from the American Seeds. I did pick up a pack of watermelon seeds from watermelon watermelon seeds from the Dollar Tree, and I had it, but I didn't plant it, and until now because of your watermelon challenge. Yep. And so I wanted you all to see my watermelon plant is growing. Now I have to find a location that they can sprawl and that they can also grow well. I was thinking of putting it in a pot. I have a big pot full of fresh potting soil, and I was thinking of just putting them in the pot and letting them grow. Do you think it will be too crowded to have the three watermelon plants in the pot? It's a big it's a big pot. I had, and I have the soil already in there, so I was thinking of just putting them in the pot versus putting them in the ground, and then probably trellising it, and allowing some of them to travel. But that way, I can make sure that I put it in a sunny spot. I could just monitor it better. Um, versus putting it in the ground, because right now I have so many vining plants, like my pumpkins, my winter squash, my butternut squash, in the ground, and they are starting to take off and they're taking over. So the extra space that I would have had is going towards those plants. So I was thinking that I would put this in a pot, in one of my big pots, and allow it to grow in the pot. Um, but I just love the watermelon leaves anyway. I just love how they look. It's just so cute. It's so different from the squash leaves and the other vining leaves that I have in the garden. One of the things I want to do next year is possibly trellis some of those. I've seen that. I don't know if you've watched Roots and Refuge Farm with Jess and Maya, and how they've created those trellises with the cattle panel trellises. And Sandria of A Beautiful Nest, she also has used cattle panels to trellis, and just to help with the vining plants to give more space versus going horizontally, to go vertical gardening. And so I'm thinking about that too. Yeah, it might not be too late for me to do that too, but to also think about vertical gardening with some of these vining plants that I have. I am hoping my sweet potatoes are a success. Okay, Pages. Sweet potato. I've tried sweet potato to get the sweet potato slips to create that, and I hadn't had success with that. And so I don't know a lot about sweet potatoes, but that's good. I am planting a mini watermelons. You too? Nice. Thank you for about my watermelon plants. The retired gardener, yum. Yeah. And then of course I've been to Costco, and I bought my first watermelon from Costco, and I haven't cut it yet. Costco has a lot of mangoes on sale. Oh, the mangoes. This is mango season. If you love mangoes, now's the time to buy mangoes. And when I went to Costco's, I bought myself 2 boxes of mangoes, and my family has devoured them. They are gone. It's time now to go back and get some more mangoes, because this is mango season. And mangoes are really good for you too. To get the vitamin C and all of that. Yeah. Yes, Pages, slamming sweets. I'm hoping for enough to make a sweet potato pie. Retired gardener says nice. Wow, you know, Deborah seems to be the cook in the bunch. Who else can cook their veggies and so forth real well? Here on in the chat. Do we have any other cooks, gardening cooks in the house? You know, yeah, any other good gardening cooks? Pages thinks that's funny. Okay, the other thing that I have planted, me, you, Pages, you're a cook. Speak of Pages slamming. Retired gardener, have you sampled her food? She's good. Or does she have a? I'm gonna have to visit your. Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have videos? I'm gonna have to subscribe to your channel. Did I subscribe to your channel? I don't know, but I'm gonna have to see if you can cook, and I'll see if you see what your cooking is like, with the vegetables and things. Yes. Okay, back. I had to get 5 cakes out the oven. What? 5 cakes? That girl can cook and bake. Really? Oh, Paige, it just plays your slammer sweets. Woo! Everybody, we gotta subscribe to Pages. Man, she came to join us today. Let's join Pages. Yep. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe. While you're at it, hit mine. If you haven't subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the likes. I see 16 up there, and I only see 8 likes. Come on, hit the like button if you like what we're talking about. I'm not a good cook. I can grow it, though. Says Y. Ellis. Deborah says, I'm going to follow you, Pages, slamming sweets. Yep. Okay, I knew, so don't laugh at me, just getting going. No problems. Okay, Pages, no. Everybody here at Catherine's Garden and Home would tell you that I am the first person to tell everybody to start their YouTube channel, to take their iPhones, Androids, take their cameras, their whatever they have, and go on out there, their Canons, and start taking pictures and also videotape your garden and put it on your YouTube channel. Show the world. Can't cook but can grow anything, says Broke Farmer. Well, we need somebody to give us some cooking lessons. All right, Deborah, do you hear that? Cooking lessons. We need some cooking videos from the Catherine's Garden and Home crew. Yeah, where we grow, and cook together. That's a good one. I think I'm going to have to do some more cooking. Yes, cook, grow, and cook together. Well, I know Sonia remembers some of my cooking. When I used to cook the patty pans, remember the patty pan squash? I like to cook that. I cook it and bake it and show you the process. And I've cooked some of the others, like my pies, like pumpkin pie and my own version. Grow, and cook together. Catherine's Garden and Home, that's right. Grow, cook together. Grow, cook together. Grow, cook together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Oh, I'm feeling good. Yes, I'm just feeling the joy of July. So that's where all of this is coming up from. So thank you very much for dealing with this. Yes, I'm feeling the joy. I'm feeling the joy. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you that I've been doing, did you oven roast your patty pan? Yes, I put them in the oven. And I also I had some peppers, some red peppers, and my peppers from the garden, onions. I didn't grow onions. I buy my onions. And what else did I use? My seasonings, like basil. By the way, My basil, people. My basil. I just put all of the seeds into the container, and look how pretty they are. My joy is contagious. That's good. Look at my basil, people. Doesn't this look good? I'm gonna have basil tea, basil to put in my sandwiches, basil on my food, basil in my cooking, basil in my salads. I love basil. I love this. And I have two of these. This one and this one. This one is even higher. Look at that. And it smells so good. I love basil. Look at that. And I planted them both at the same time, but for some reason, this one is higher than this one. And I love it with my teas because it has a certain bite to it. It gives a certain flavor. I love the flavor. Now, this is new for me. This one is a cinnamon basil. Cinnamon basil. And this is what I got from the um, Rare Seeds. Yeah, Baker's Creek seeds. I had ordered the Baker's Creek seeds. And remember when we were talking about teas and so forth? Yeah, and this is cinnamon basil. And it came up really well. I tried to actually grow this with the winter sowing. It worked, but it's not as healthy. Actually, right now I think is, in June. June is a good time to sow your seeds and so forth. As much as I do like winter sowing, I like the process because you want to get out there and you want to get started. For us here in the Northeast, it seems like um, May, the end of May, after Mother's Day, is the time when I really when the seeds respond to me and I'm really able to grow different things. It's nice. I'm growing Thai basil and purple opal basil. Yes, that's wonderful, Brook Farmer. You know what I have is I have purple perella. Purple perella, which is part of it's used in Asian cooking when you're making what is sushi. Oh, I love the color. I love the color, the purple of the leaves because it just works so good. So I use it as an ornamental in the garden, but I've started to actually use it in the salads and I'm going to use it in my teas. They say it's really good for, like if you have food poisoning or something like they use it with the sushi. So that's raw fish meat. And they wrap the sushi, the fish and sushi thing roll in the purple perella leaves, in the leaves. And so that when people eat it, if there is any poisonous part to whatever it is, that they won't experience food poisoning, something like that. That's what they do, the Japanese. Yeah, so I have that, a purple perella. Sushi, my seeds finally germinated. Hey, G Mama grows. Hey, girl, she's in the house. G Mama grows. Our inspiration to grow our different leaves and make tea from them. Yeah, so all of my teas are just doing, my herbs are just doing fantastic. The basils, the cinnamon basil. Oh, and I didn't show you my cilantro. This is my cilantro. I'm not as excited about cilantro as I am about basil, but it is from the cilantro. This is from the Dollar Tree seeds, and it makes a good amount here. And what I'm just going to let them continue to grow on and get big, and then because it's here on the deck, I'll be able to come on out and just harvest them. And I know cilantro is good for tea, right, G Mama? Cilantro, you can also use it for teas. So I'm all set. And then I have my other tea bowl. Cause Broke Farmer, Broke Farmer is with us. We're honored to have his presence. his inspiration with the watermelon. My watermelon. Is the watermelon ripe? I don't know if my watermelon's going to be ripe on time because last time went into October, and in September and October it gets cold up here, and then it starts to rain. Of course, the sun sets further, so cilantro seeds are great for tea. Oh, okay. Nice, says Yummy. Thank you, G Mama, about the cilantro tea. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to get watermelon, but I do love the process. I love the process. And that's the other thing about gardening. And sometimes you might not get to the harvest. Maybe something might happen. Maybe a pest may come and eat it, or something may happen. Don't get discouraged. Keep on enjoying the process. Let the joy of the process of growing something and working through it and continue to inspire and feed your soul. Yes, sifting some soil. Hi, sifting some soil. And more. How are you? Good to have you come join us. Yes. Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Hey, sifting some soil, says retired gardener. Everybody's saying hello. That's the kind of community that I love to cultivate here at Catherine's Garden and Home. Upbeat, happy, growing group of people who love to greet one another. That's right. Catherine's Garden and Home. Who want to relax and have some fun with one another. Talk about the good and the bad, but be thankful for everything. Yes, talk about these plants and enjoy what we have going. Grow together. Yes, and sing, and sing. And, I just have decided that there's too much going on. Whenever I turn on the news and or even just start flipping through and just the politics, it makes me feel anxious. I start to talk back to the phone and the television, say those people, blah blah blah. It sets up such a negative flow. Miss Plantaholic, how are you, my darling? How you doing? So good to have you. You're missing all the joy. Oh, we've been having an absolutely wonderful time. Oh my goodness, I can't watch I can't. I just, especially with these last a few things that have happened with the Supreme Court, and some of the comments made about one another. Both parties are just rotten to the core. Excuse me. I don't mean to say that. Excuse me. I don't need to go down. See what I'm saying? I don't need to go down that alley. No. And I don't want to talk bad about anybody. God forgive me. I repent, Lord. I repent. God bless America. God bless America. This land that we love. Yes, because we live here. So we are going to bless America, okay? Bless the United States of America because we live here. And when things are going good, then we can live at peace. And when things are going bad, we have to go into our gardens and get some relief. Unlimited my news. Life is too short. That's right. It's okay. You're human. Thank you, Pages. You know what? Bev, you notice that I have my afro, have my hair out for you today. You know why? Because I was flipping through, and Ayanna Pressley, she is one of the congresswomen from Massachusetts, and she talked about the Crown Act, and I've never known the people, I guess because it's the type of, thank you, the kind of talking about the Crown Act, that you're here, that women, that our here is our crown. And for the last, since I've been gardening, I've been I went natural. Like my picture that you see there, I had a permit. I decided to go natural for the summer, for the time, and just give my hair a break. And for the last, since I've been gardening, since I started this channel that time until now, I've just gone natural, and I really enjoy it. And every time I think about going back to maybe a relaxer and doing that, I said, why should I? So then when I heard July 3rd, I believe, was the celebration of the Crown Act, that a lot of different states, that they had to pass a law so that black women could wear their hair natural, to wear the hair the way it comes out of your hair, to wear your hair in braids. They had to pass a law. And I looked and I saw that Massachusetts passed the law, the Crown Act. And I said, wow, I was celebrating, the garden helped me to celebrate me and my hair. And I used to be an educator. I was an educator. And I would read to the children this book, I Love My Hair. And it was about a little black girl and how she had her hair, and her mother would be combing it and detangling it and the whole process. And it's amazing because I had a mixed class at the time with all of the different nationalities there. And I found out that the boys as well as the girls experienced the hair. That everyone had the process of doing their hair, and the boys had to go to the barber shop, and then there was this wonderful book on the barber shop, and I read that for the boys, and it didn't matter which race, if you were black or white, they all experienced that first haircut. It was just a beautiful thing. The retired gardener says, I went natural in 2012 and went from braids to a natural, and the sisters I work with were amazed. Yes. Wow. I'm natural too, about 6 years now. You are? I've been natural for the past 2 years. Wow. They told me they wanted to, but were scared to. Yeah, and that a lot are scared. Well, I think that the garden gives you confidence. I think that is a byproduct of gardening. I'm going to have to pull it back to gardening, right? I went down a rabbit hole. Broke farmer must be wondering, where's she going at that? What does this got to do with gardening, right, guys? The guys on the in the chat, on watching me on the channel. Oh, I guess that's my exit. No, you stay right there with us, because you too, you have your issues too with your hair. Blame the Cowboy Act. Lo, I've been natural for 46 years. Broke farmer says I've been natural for 46 years. All your life, huh? All your 46 years you've been natural. You didn't put any chemicals or anything in it, huh? All right. Shauna, how are you, Shauna? Hello, broke farmer. Not only does the garden give you confidence, natural hair is easier to maintain when you're gardening. Yes, it is. It is. It is. The reason why it's not as loose as it is normally is when I'm out with you is because I have been working I've been working in the garden, and I have my hair out. And so, of course, the perspiration and so forth, the humidity shrunk it. So it's nice. I like it because it's very neat. and it almost looks heart shaped to me. It makes me look like it looks like a heart to me, and it just makes me feel happy. But I think too, because you're natural and with the perspiration, it just helps your scalp to be healthy. And with all of these natural foods that we're eating, the greens and so forth, it helps with inflammation and all those other things so that your skin is healthier. Well, I have been in the sun, and I know that I've really tanned. I've gotten a very, very dark. Um, my skin tone has changed a lot. But I like getting in the sun. I like getting in the I like feeling the warmth on my skin because I've been in the house, all these months and feeling cold, and now just to feel some heat in my body, and just I feel like my skin is getting a chance to breathe, all of that. Now, those of you who are in the South, I know it's a little different from us up here in the North because of the fact that you have a longer summer, a warm seasons. And I know I was listening to Roots and Refuge to Jess, and she was talking about being in the 90 degrees and the hundreds and so forth, and even Sandria at Beautiful Nest, and she talks about the hot weather in Georgia, in the 90s and so forth. And I'm like, what? We get into the 80s. Maybe occasionally we would have a couple of hot days, maybe in August where it'll hit 90, the high 90s and so forth. But it's rare. And so to get the warmth, to feel the sun, to enjoy the process, it's just a good thing. It's wonderful. Now, I'm just in a chatty mood. So I'm sorry. Let me get back to but you all have been enjoying what we've been talking about. Deborah says, not only does the garden give you confidence, natural hair is easier to maintain when you're gardening. Oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about, what Deborah had shared. That's real good wisdom there. Broke Farmer, yeah, hey, Sonia, hey. Chansbo, hi. Hi, Chansbo. I hope I'm saying it correctly. She's Chansbo says, I love your hair. I've been natural for at least 10 years. Oh, that's good. That's good, Chans. The retired guy says, my blood test improved after 4 months of working in the garden. Yay! Health! Health from the garden. Yay! Yay! Retired gardener. Yes, why take those? You don't have to take those medications. Hallelujah. Yep, that Georgia weather hot, says Broke Farmer. Deborah says 88, but feels like 95 today. Yes, it's Chansbo. Yami says yes. Chansbo, I like Shannon. Oh, Shannon's like, Chan's like Shannon. Oh, Shan. Okay, Chan's like Shannon. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Shan's. Shannon. Is your name Shannon? Do you mind if I call you Shannon? That seems to flow better. I need to work on, you have to excuse me with that. And I have to stop claiming that that, with names and so forth. And just be. Sometimes our confessions interrupt our progress. And we got to watch our words and let our words be positive. And that's why I decided, no, it's not. Oh, okay. Oh, Shans. Okay, like Shannon. Shans. Okay, Shans. Well, Shans it is. I have to let my words be Thank you for coming. Be patient with me. Thank you so much for coming. Shans. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks for your patience. Miss Plantaholic says, I'm great as always. So great to see and hear from you. Your hair is always beautiful. I've been natural for about 7 years. Yeah, so all my natural sisters are here. Well, happy Crowns Act celebration. But Deborah says retirement and gardening helped me with my blood numbers. Mm. No, it's oh wow. Yes, it is abbreviation. Okay, Shans. I thank you for allowing us into your garden. You're very welcome. You know, it is a joy. I think this part, sifting some soil and more says hey, Shans. You know, it is. Ms. Plantocolic says I'm a teacher as well, and I've read that story before. You have? I think it's one of the best books. I love my hair. Um, my daughter, she had she when she was in college, they had a hair. It was her last year in college, and I said to her, "You need to have a hair symposium." You probably know my daughter. I've been natural since 2009. She had a hair channel. She was into that, the natural hair. It was very popular at that time. And your garden looks so pretty. Thank you, Pages, Slam and Sweets. Thank you for the compliment. And she had a hair symposium. And it's amazing how black women were really experimenting and really getting to understand themselves with their hair. And it was beautiful. And the college that she was at was urban college here in the city, and they had the Black Student Union, where they would come together and talk about issues like that and blackness in America and women dealing with their hair and so forth. And it's still, and that was a while back, and it's still a topic even for today. When I read that on July 3rd, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I saw it on July 3rd, the Crown Act, and Ayanna Pressley, our counselor, Representative Ayanna Pressley for Massachusetts, she had on her Instagram page a fro. As you know, and she was picking it, and I was like, "What? What's that?" And it's about the Dove. Dove is sponsoring it and pushing for the Crown Act, and I saw a video on it, and I was thinking about how the garden has really liberated a lot of us to just be relaxed and be ourselves, and allowed us to eat natural foods that help to strengthen our hair, make our hair more healthy and beautiful, that we get to the point where we do love our hair. I know when I had a relaxer, after a certain time, after relaxing for a couple of months or years, my hair would start to thin out and it would have a different texture. But with this, it's just so nice and full. And then because I'm eating more healthy, eating a lot of greens, you know, leafy greens, and that's something that I've been harvesting and really enjoying my spring salads through the microgreens. You know, I sowed the microgreens and I got the bok choy and the other different greens that I feel that it has really helped my health in general, my skin, my hair, my you know, I just feel more healthy. I'm getting the vitamin D. The vitamins are coming in. You know, when you eat spinach and different greeny leafy vegetables, you're actually getting in a lot of C and other really great things. Yes, I'm in the Georgia heat, says Miss Plantaholic. Ooh. Texas, la la. um, Texas, ala. Oh, okay. Hi, Tex, Lala. I've been natural for years and just got locks this year. Wow, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I think that many women too. Then some transition into getting locks. I had one of my teacher girlfriends. She had long dreadlocks all the way down, and she's an herbalist, and she's into natural foods and all of that stuff. And her hair just grows so quickly. It's so strong from eating eating healthy foods and taking her vitamins and going natural. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Tex Lala, the retired guy. You know, you all know each other? Mona. Hey, Tex Lala, the retired gardener says. That's good. Yes, and Paige's Slamming Sweets is here. Everybody, Paige's Slamming Sweets. She is a cook. She's a good cook. Someone recommended her there on our channel. We all have to go over and join her. If you have not subscribed to her, I'm going to subscribe. Go and check her out. Anybody here who has a channel, um, put your channel up so that we can all. Well, I tried. The retired gun. Put your channel up, and let us all go over and subscribe to one another, because we need to do that. We need to really support one another and support the channels. So if you come into the chat and you have a YouTube channel and you're just starting and you want to get some, you need subscribers, and I want some more subscribers. So share my video with others. Let the growing community know about Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. And come on and let's grow, let's grow those numbers and grow our gardening joy, the joy of July. And don't be afraid to show what you're doing, to show your garden. My garden, I enjoy the gardening tours. I enjoy showing you what I'm growing in my garden. Well, now we're in the season of vegetables here in the Northeast, so I'm able to show you what I'm growing as far as food is concerned. And we just talked about, for those of you who came on a little late, about not just grow, grow, grow together, but grow, grow, and cook, cook together. To start to think about how we can share recipes and share what we do with our harvest. So, what are your favorite things to grow? Oh, I love growing. Well, right now I'm growing basil. That's good. I'm growing basil, and Broke Farmer was on with he's on with us, and he's putting out a watermelon challenge. So I did the watermelon. I have cinnamon basil. I have cilantro here, and then in my garden, in my vegetable areas, I have squashes. I love winter and summer squash, and the zucchini, that stuff, and tomatoes and peppers and all of that. But then I love flowers. I love growing flowers, and I love my perennial border and annuals. And I love, one of my favorite flowers are zinnias. I love zinnias. Paige says, I'm a pastry chef, Lo. Well, you have to take some of that stuff, and we can, like if you make quiche and some of the other stuff, you can use some of these herbs in it, but I cook too. Well, that's good. Let's continue to support one another. Share the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, what is keeping you back? Don't you see how much fun we have on this channel and that we're full of joy? So come and join us here. And I love flowers. Zinnias are beautiful. Yes, they are. And come and join and also subscribe to the Retired Gardener. Oh, Retired Gardener has a channel. Yes, so let's try. I think I did. I did. Retired Gardener, are you on Instagram? I think I did. Or you've been popping up, so I must have. Did you show roses? I think I watched one of your videos, Retired Gardener, on roses, and you were giving us a rose tour, and you had knockout roses and other roses. The Retired Gardener. I wonder if it was you. But anyway, I'll go and check you out. I am. Okay. Good. So let's all check out one another. Yes. I think I watched and subscribed. I think you popped up. Yeah. So let's do that. Well, Sonia has given me my clue that it is time to wrap this thing up. Yeah, because we're over an hour now, and I really don't like to stay longer than an hour because I really honor you and honor your time, and I thank you. I'm mostly on YouTube. Come on by y'all, Yes, subscribe to the Tiger. I just subscribed. Good, good, good. So let us subscribe to one another and continue to follow. Continue to come and join me here in Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. G Mama Grows has a wonderful channel as well, and she is just taking off. Also, Broke Farmer, he's really a good, wonderful. He has a channel also and has a really good community of farmers, especially if you're in the South. And who else? Um, I think that's it. Yeah, well, continue to join us. Yankee Sister Homestead, Thelma, she's not here today, but yes, join hers as well. Yankee Sister Homestead, Thelma, she has a channel and she's has really been growing in her videos and so forth. Yes, so let us grow, 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 grow. Yes, Yummy, together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Broke farmer, grow, 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 grow together. Retired gardener, TX Allah. G Mama Grows. Beverly from Gardener's Army. Grow, grow, Deborah. Grow, grow, shines. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. Grow, grow, son, yeah, grow, grow, yeah, me, grow, grow, yeah, me, grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home, that's right. Grow, grow, the retired gardener. Grow, grow, Deborah. Grow, grow, pages, slam and sweets. Yeah. Grow, grow, gardens are me. Grow, grow. I'll try to find your names. Miss Plantaholic. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Uh-huh. In Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, grow, Yankee sister. Grow, grow, Auntie Ellen. Grow, grow, the New Orleans gardener. Grow, grow, Supreme gardener. Grow, grow, everyone. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, Monica. All of these other people who usually come on, I don't see them, but I just want them to know that I'm thinking about them. And Chloe, and grow, grow, Lynette. Yes, grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Rachel from Brampton Gardens. Yes, all of my people. You all make me happy. Today's just a joyful day. And I'm so glad that you came to visit me here at Catherine's Garden and Home to enjoy the joy. We talked about a lot of things. But one of the things that I want you to know is that, enjoy each moment in your garden. Just think about the good things that the garden gives you and be thankful. This is the month to just have an attitude of gratitude and to continue to make things, it will, you'll have successes, you'll have circumstances, you have trouble. Everybody has trouble in their life sometime, but know that trouble doesn't last forever. and that if we always keep our head up high, yeah, yes, you can win if only you keep your head to the sky. Yes, just keep looking up. Keep looking up. Yes, and then look down and see the beauty all around you in your garden. Well, that's it. I'm not going to preach you a sermon, but I just hope you feel inspired to keep on keeping on and to keep working your gardens. And be blessed. Have a good night, everyone, and stay blessed. According to Sonia, she says, come on, let's wrap this up. TX Lala, wrap this up, girl. Wrap this up. Come on, let's wrap this up. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Thank you, Sonia, for moderating and helping me out with the channel. Have a good night, everybody. Love you. See you next Wednesday. God bless. Bye.